Coming full circle with Rahm Emanuel, Rahm Emanuel reminds me a lot of Debbie Wasserman Schultz of Pembroke Pines, Florida, representative there in Pembroke Pines, Florida. There's something very, very untrustworthy about them, in my opinion. Now, you can have your totally different opinion. You could love them, and I'm not trying to make you not love them. But I'm just telling you, there's something weaselly about both of them. And I recognize, I see it clear as day. And we see it evident in this Laquan McDonald cover up. And then we also see it evident in the manner in which this campaign is being, the scales of this campaign are being tipped, with particularly the schedule of the Democratic debates. You know, I was watching, Donald Trump. I was watching Donald Trump this afternoon. I had some free time. So what the hell? I watched Donald Trump. And I saw the energy and the excitement around him. And then I saw the energy and the excitement somewhat around Ted Cruz. And I see this huge field of people I could not disagree with more, but at least there are options on that side. And then I look at the Democratic choices, and I see that we're really already down to basically two, and we can't even hear them in debates in a meaningful, substantive way. That is because of Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Debbie Wasserman Schultz has intentionally sandbagged the debating process. Vox did a wonderful article about it, really basically saying that the only conclusion one can draw from this ridiculous debate schedule set up by Debbie Wasserman Schultz is that she doesn't want people to watch the debates. Now, you can fill in the blanks as to why you think that is. I already know why it is, but I'll let you decide that for yourself. But I bring her up because she and Rahm Emanuel absolutely represent everything wrong with Democratic politics. The establishment taking advantage of their voters, of people who just willingly would vote for a D over an R no matter what. And because of those assumptions, because of that, they really feel cavalier. That's the word I've been looking for all week. Cavalier, cavadamlier, in the sense that they feel like they can get away with anything. They feel like they can change the entire framework of a presidential debate schedule. The most important office in the United States of America, they can change it because they take their voters for granted. They feel, they being Debbie and Rahm, peas in a pod, they feel as though they can get away with suppressing a video of an assassination of a young black teen just until after the election so that it really wouldn't be an election year issue. And as much as I disagree with some of the good people, great writers, great thinkers, great minds, but I still disagree with them a lot over at the Black Agenda Report, I cannot get this out of my head, what he says at the end of every show, or not the end of every show, but he says it quite frequently. He says the Democratic Party is not necessarily the lesser of two evils. In a lot of ways, they are the more efficient evil. I'll send my 25-cent royalty over there to him, because it's when you see what Rahm Emanuel has done, when you see what Debbie Wasserman Schultz has done, I don't know how anyone can conclude anything else other than the establishment Democratic Party is so efficient because of the apathy of their voters. And I'm talking to every person who just kind of, at least you go out and vote, but maybe you don't go out and vote, and you know that you would never, if you never do anything, you'll never vote for a Republican. That puts us in a position where they can take advantage of our votes and start doing the type of crap that they've been doing, the type of foolishness that we saw in Chicago. And it's not just Chicago. It's not just Debbie Wasserman Schultz. It's establishment politics 101. We see it all across the country. We see it in all types of formats. We see it in all types of cities. We see politicians become comfortable because they know they can just count on people getting up, if they get up at all, and going and vote against the Republicans because they feel like the Republicans are the lesser of two evils. Now, I'm clearly If you've listened to me more than 5 seconds, you know I'm clearly not abdicating the Republican Party, because if I had more time, I would deal with the insanity that I saw when I watched Donald Trump. But what I'm saying is that if these people want our support and they want our votes, then they cannot treat us as if we were the help. They cannot treat, and I'm talking, when I say us, I'm not just talking about Black people. I'm talking about minorities across the board. I'm talking about the LGBTQ. I'm talking about the Hispanic community. I'm talking about every part of that big tent that elects Democrats year after year, every 2 years. Not a single component of that big tent coalition should be taken for granted. But unless we show them that, not say it, unless we show them that, then we will keep getting people like Rahm Emanuel in office.